Just then, Dingo met Gordon and James at the junction. "Hello," said Dingo. "Look at my loads. These are logs, aren't they?" But Gordon and James were not impressed. "Dingo," said James, "those are my trucks. My first one is the law, the pipes, and spare wheels. I was taking them to the steelworks." "What have I told you? I told you you're a mistaken engine," huffed Gordon. Dingo felt terrible. "You're supposed to work with Thomas," added James. "He's looking for you everywhere." Dingo felt awful. Now he knew he had to work with Thomas. "I have to find Thomas, I have to work with him," he said, and he puffed sadly away. Meanwhile, Thomas was looking for Dingo. He was very tired that he couldn't catch up with him. "I'll never find Dingo now," he said, "and the Fat Controller will be cross that I don't have to work with him. I have to keep looking." But he didn't find Dingo, but he did find Flying Scotsman. He was waiting. "I meant to be taking the children to the museum for a school trip," said Scotsman, "but my way is barred by these trucks of logs." "Cinders and ashes," cried Thomas. "They were the trucks of logs that Dingo should have cleared earlier." "Can you move them, Thomas?" asked Dingo. "I don't know," said Thomas, "but I think I'm going to try." Thomas buffered up to the trucks of logs, and he pushed, but the trucks were much too heavy for him to move on his own. "I can't do it," he cried. "But I don't want to be late," said Scotsman. "I wish Dingo was here now. This was his job. I just wanted to work. I just wanted to be my friend, but he wasn't kind to me. I must find Dingo." Thomas searched high and low for Dingo, but he was nowhere to be seen. But just then he heard a chuffing sound. It was Dingo. "Thomas," said Dingo, "I've been looking for you everywhere." "So did I," said Thomas. Dingo remembered to apologize. "I'm sorry I ran away from you. Everyone thinks I'm a mistaken engine now." "Well, you're not anymore now," said Thomas, "but I know where your trucks are." Dingo was pleased. "Show me." Thomas puffed away, and Dingo puffed after him. Scotsman waited and waited. Just then Thomas and Dingo arrived. "Don't worry, Scotsman," said Thomas. "Dingo's here now." "Flatten my funnel," said Scotsman when he saw Dingo. "That engine can't move all this truck." "We're going to move them together," said Thomas. "Oh, thank you, Thomas," whistled Dingo. Scotsman watched as Thomas and Dingo buffered up to the truck, and they quickly shunted them away. Was very impressed. "Dingo is a very useful engine," he chuffed cheerfully. "I know," said Thomas happily, "and he's my new good friend too." That made Dingo feel very happy, and at last he didn't feel like a mistaken engine anymore. And he made a good friend with Thomas.